Today I'm going to visit Wolston Farmhouse. It's a very old house in Brisbane, surrounded by gardens and farmland. A long time ago, people used to live there. But now it's a museum. A museum is a place we can visit to learn how people lived in the past. I'll be going on the bus with my class and teacher to get to Wolston Farmhouse. We'll be doing lots of fun activities. When we arrive, there'll be people who work there who will meet us at the gate and let us know what to do next. They'll be wearing a costume so that they can look like someone from the past. When I'm at Wolston Farmhouse, I might see some kangaroos and other animals such as birds. All the animals I see at Wolston Farmhouse are wild animals, so I won't be touching any of the animals I see. We'll be sitting in rows in the amphitheatre, and this is where we'll leave our bags for the day. If it's raining or very hot, we'll sit in a different area with a roof. I'll be wearing my school uniform. When we're at Wolston Farmhouse, we'll be pretending we're working in the 1850s, and we'll have costumes to dress up in. I'll put the costume on over the top of my uniform. The costume might be an apron, a hat, or a vest. I'll be leaving my costume at Wolston Farmhouse when we finish our activities for the day. Before we start, we might have a quick fruit snack and go to the toilet. Later, after we've done some of our activities, we'll have our morning tea break in the same place we left our bags. We'll be able to go to the toilet when it's time for our morning tea break. It's best if I can wait for that, but if I need to go at a different time, I can raise my hand and ask the adult who is with my group. In the bathroom, there's a sign saying there might be frogs, and there's a picture of a frog. There's not usually frogs, but we might see one, and that's okay. If I see one, I'll just tell my teacher and they'll look after it. If it rains, we'll sit in an area with a roof and have our morning tea. We might put our raincoats on to do some of the outdoor activities. I'll be doing lots of different activities while I'm at Wolston Farmhouse. Some activities will be inside the house and some will be outside. I'll be with my friends from my class, and there'll be teachers from my school, and some parents might be there to help me know where I need to be. We'll know when it's time to go to the next activity or time to go to morning tea when we hear the cowbell. It's noisy, but it needs to be so that we can all hear it when we're outside. It's a bit like the bell that we have at school that lets us know when we need to do things. Wolston Farmhouse is a museum, so there are a lot of very special old things. I shouldn't touch anything inside the house until I'm told to. The people who work at Wolston Farmhouse will let me know which things I can touch, which things I need to be careful with, or not touch at all. When we're walking around Wolston Farmhouse, we'll walk on the paths. There's a path to follow to visit the toilet. If I'm not sure what to touch or which way to go, I can raise my hand and ask a question, just like I would at school. I'll be learning how people washed clothes in the past. People haven't always had washing machines. They use their muscle power to do the washing. I'll be putting my hands in the water while I do the washing, so they'll be wet and maybe a little bit cold. I'll be using soap, which has a strong and lovely clean smell. First, I'll be watching to learn how to do the washing. I'll wait in line until it's my turn. After we've done the washing, we'll learn how clothes were ironed, and we'll go inside a room called a cellar, where Dr. Simpson kept his food. We might have time to see a sharpening wheel and see how axes are sharpened. The axe that's used for this is a toy axe made of wood, not a real one, so it won't hurt me. I'll get to have a look at a model that will show me how Wolston Farmhouse used to look in the past. My group will also have a walk around the garden and see what animals there are now. We could see some kangaroos and birds. It might seem a bit dark inside the house because they didn't have electricity in the past, so it looks a bit different to our homes now. In the kitchen, I'll be learning how to make scones and how to make butter. First, I'll be standing in a circle around the table while I watch and learn how to do these things. Then we'll all have a turn. I'll wait in line until it's my turn. The butter churn can be a bit noisy while we're turning the handle to get it to work, but that noise will stop when we're finished. I won't be eating the scone. I'll be eating the food I brought with me from home. I'll get to make my own toy, and we'll also have fun playing games on the grass in front of the farmhouse. These are the kind of games that children used to play in the past. I might have played some of these games before. The adult in my group will let me know where I need to be. I'll need to wait for my turn when we're playing games and help pack up the games in the end. After we've finished all of our activities, we'll all get together on the veranda to have our photo taken to help us remember our fun day. Then when we're asked to, we'll take off our costumes and put them into the costume baskets. We might have time to have something else to eat, or we might eat after we get back to school. My teacher will let me know. Just before we leave, the people who work at Wolston Farmhouse will talk to us and say goodbye. Then it will be time to get back on the bus for our trip back to school. I had a lot of fun at Wolston Farmhouse and learnt a lot about how people used to live in the past.